Shalom, shalom to all the house of Israel. Okay, Kwam Yasharallah. All right. Before we start, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahab, Wahab, Wadash. All right, double honors. Okay, to the apostle and the elders who teach and rule well. Okay, peace and salutation to the warriors who are pushing this truth, this vibration, this Quadash energy, okay, and frequency all around the globe, all right, wherever the people of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are scattered. Okay, Shalom Wahab to the brothers and the sisters who are in this truth, right, in sincerity. Okay, so as you can see, all right, this truth, I mean, I feel joy this week. I really feel joy because, you know, something is happening that make Habakkuk 2 a real thing. Okay, something is happening that make, okay, 2nd Ezra 9 and 1 a real thing. Okay, which the prophecy are coming to pass, man. All right, the prophecy are coming to pass. Let's clap for Yahweh, man. Let's clap. All right, we clapping because Yahweh is real, man. Okay, we clapping because the truth is a real thing. All right, it's a real thing, man. You can see what's going on right now with Russia and Ukraine, and that's what we're gonna be talking a bit. I'll be talking about, okay, a bit, and then, you know, we're gonna let the spirit flow. All right, you got something that you want to say, you want something you want to bring it up. You know, we're gonna move through the spirit today, man.
Quick precept, Matthew chapter 24.
Bring that out.
Starting at verse, I would say 7.
Right.
Actually, no, I'll start at verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Right.
And shall deceive many.
Right.
And ye shall hear of wars.
Right.
And rumors of wars.
Right.
See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass.
That's right.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences,
right,
and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
That's right.
So you see what's going on right now. Like everyone knows what's going. Everyone pretty much knows what's going on right now.
Right.
You know, Russia invading Ukraine. Then that's going to precipitate China invading Taiwan. You got the U.S. troops. You got about 100,000 U.S. troops going over there in Russia. I mean, it's clear as day what's going on, and it's validating the scriptures. And even when it says the pestilences, we've had pestilences over here in the UK.
That's right.
Just about 2 weeks ago, there was storms. There was a bunch of storms going on, and that's just the signs of that's pretty much the signs of things
that's
to come.
powerful, man. And I said that last week. I said this storm through the spirit is a sign. Okay, it's a sign, man. We as spiritual people, we need to see things and know. And what happened just after that? Putin came with his thing. The ones that were just warning us, you know, the elect on this side, the hopeful elect on this side, that I'm about to turn up, like, you know, Apostle Tahar said, you know, the 2022, the year of the turn up, man. And it's true, it's the year of the turn up because, man, people never anticipated that move from Putin, man. But let's go to let's go to Ezekiel 38, man, quickly. Let's go to Ezekiel 38, you know. Ezekiel 38, and then we're going to read it 1 to 4, man.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, starting at verse 1.
Bring that out.
And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog,
right,
the land of Magog,
right,
the chief prince of Meshach,
right,
and Tubal,
right,
and prophesy against him,
right,
and say, Thus saith Yahweh,
right,
Behold, I am against thee, O
right,
Gog,
right,
the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal,
right,
and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Right, read that. What chapter is that part again? And I will turn thee back. Okay. First of all, let's go up and read it again. We're gonna explain something about, you know, the history behind it. Obviously people know about the whole thing, but I believe that through the spirit, every brother has a way to bring it from an angle where, you know, it brings more edification. So we're gonna go a little bit, not like, you know, fully into it, but we're gonna go a little into it so people can understand what's going on. So read that from the top and slowly.
Ezekiel chapter 38, starting at verse 1.
Bring that out.
And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God,
right,
and the land of Magog.
Right, and against God and the land of Magog, right? Now we all know that God and Magog, when you read it, let me get it from Genesis, yeah? Then I'm gonna stay here. I will go into Genesis. And we're gonna go slowly. We're gonna cook it up. You know, we're gonna edify the people, man. Let me start at Genesis. Genesis 10. You know, Genesis 10. And when you come to the Japhet, he say, verse 1, he said, now these are the generation of the son of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were sons born of the flood, right? Verse 2, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, all right, and Magog, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Taras. So when people listen to that or read that, they will think that, okay, you know, it talks about, all right, it talks about, you know, it has nothing to do with Esau, because he said Japheth, and we all know that, you know, the sons of Esau are the Edomite, right? And these are the sons of Japheth. But the thing about it is that we're gonna go to let me go to Genesis. Let me go to First Maccabees. First Maccabees. First Maccabees 1, and I will read it. First Maccabees 1 and verse 1, it says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, all right, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian and the Medes, okay, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. So we know that, you know, the reason why it says Magog, you can go into that as well, because when you check Magog, and Meshesh, is in that area of Russia, right?
Eastern Europe.
Right. Eastern Europe is not, but that's where, but you have to understand, Europe was given to Japheth. But we read now with the first Maccabees 1 that Alexander the Great took over, okay, that land. And that's why, because the Greeks are the Edomites. All right, so Alexander was an Edomite as well. So now when you go to now the Ezekiel 38, and we read it, you're going to understand that that pertaineth to the Edomites, because the Russian are Edomites as well. Okay, so when you look at the map, the ancient map, you see, you have an ancient map here that you can show them. It shows Magog. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, I got one here. You got one? That's it. Go up, show it. Make sure they see. Yeah, go on, show it like that. That's it, like that. Right. Now, when you look at it, what you see is that, come on, don't worry. What you see is, okay, where the location, that's Russia, right? That's that Eastern European place. That's where, you know, the Japheth, the original Magog, okay, are. But you know that the Edomite, they would take the name, okay? They would take the name of who they conquered, all right? They would take the name of who they conquered. Because when you read Alexander from Shittim were the children of who? Of Japheth. But they took it. They took that place. They lived there for a while, and after that, they took that place, all right? So now we know that Gog and Magog are the Russian, man. Okay? And the Mosai is the one behind it. So read that again. That Ezekiel. Okay? That Ezekiel 38. Slowly, 1 to 4, and then we're gonna build on that foundation.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, starting at verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog,
right,
the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshesh and Tubal. And even in regards to Meshesh and Tubal, that's over there in the east as well. That's where Turkey is.
Right.
It was known as Asia Minor.
Right.
So and Turkey, when you pull up the map, a recent map of Turkey.
Show them.
Yeah, I'll show you right now. When you pull up the recent map, you will see that the territory of Turkey is to the east of Russia. Is right next to Russia.
Yeah, man, because this is an exciting time, man. These are exciting times. So I don't want to hear no more complain about brothers telling me this. Listen, let's do the work because we're almost out of here. Obviously, we know that's rumors of war, but it means a lot in terms of prophecy. This is where you have to be focused now, because before you know it, things will be like, they have like a domino effect. Okay? One prophecy after another, man, is all happening. We're already in March, and funny enough, you know, we've got what? We've got, through the Spirit, we've got the Pasach coming. Since I've been in this truth, every time the Pasach comes, there's always an event. Okay? The COVID-19 started, the pandemic started, okay, around the Pasach of 2020. Okay? And we're in 2022, and already, okay, the prelude of the third war, the prelude of the Third World War, all right, is manifesting. Obviously, war has different steps. You've got the diplomatic steps, okay, which is the talks, and then after that, when it's disagreement, they move on to action like Putin did, and the next step is war. Like they say, they were gonna bring embargo, right? So the embargo now will create other problems. So war comes in many steps, and the last and real steps is the war of nations. Okay, that's where we're going with this, right?
So yeah, so the territory of Mauritius is around Georgia. The territory of Tabal is around Asia Man, which is the modern day Turkey.
That's right.
And when you look at it right now,
that's right.
you can see Russia right there, and you can see Turkey and Georgia right to the east. So is in close proximity to Russia.
That's right. You can look it up yourself, man. Type ancient map of Gog and Magog. You see it. You can go into it and see different map and study. We have to study now. We are scholars, man. We have to know what's going on. We have to, you know, link prophecies with actual maps, with actual historical record, man. And the brother is very good at that. And next week we're gonna be talking. We're gonna get into some history, because this is the time for us, for our people to know who we are, since the prophecy are talking and walking now. All right. And by the way, the title of these teaching, all right, this exhortation, all right, is measuring the times, and it's no more playing around time. So when I look at my clock, the time is no more playing around time, man. Okay? We can't be playing around anymore. This is time for us to be serious, man. We gotta fast. For those who don't fast, you're gonna have time to fast. For those who don't pray, you're gonna have time to pray. For those who don't study the word, you're gonna have time to study the word. This is a time where we don't even, like a woman. The Bible says, if you got a woman, I don't want to paraphrase it. Let me find it. Before we carry on, this is just like in brackets, you know, things that come through the Spirit to edify, you know, some people, that some viewers. So he says, I think it's 1 Timothy 2 and 12, and it says, but I suffer. No, that's not even that.
Christian!
That's in first,
Yeah? Like those who have women as if they don't have it. It's roughly paraphrasing. We need to find that before we move on. Because that's the time we in, man. The truth has to take precedence in our life. The truth has to be the priority, man. Okay? Let these dead people be dead. Okay? If they didn't get it by now, that means the Most High did Isaiah 6, or I believe 6 on them, when he said, I made the heart heavy, I blinded, you know, the eyes and closed the ears and whatever, so they can't hear and see what's going on until the town be desolate. Okay? That's the time we're in, man. Whoever don't get it is not meant to get it. Right now, it's only for the hopefully elect, man. Okay? We don't have time to play around anymore. Man. All right, I'll find it.
This is 1 Corinthians 7. Yeah, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, starting at verse 29.
Bring that up.
But this I say,
Right.
brethren, the time is short.
The time is short, man. Okay? The time is short. Carry on.
It remaineth that both they that have wives
Right.
be as though they had none.
Right. It remaineth that those who have wife, say what? Those who have wife behave. Is that what he's saying?
That both they that have wives be
Yes.
as though
Be, okay.
they had none.
Right. As though they have none. All right? But why? Because the truth now has to take, precedence in our lives. All right? The truth has to take precedence in our lives, man. All right? So now we're getting back into the Jeremiah 38, or Ezekiel 38. Let's read it again one more time and we'll move on. 1 and 4. Go on, Yesharala. Come, man. Come. Come and join, man. Come and stay here, man.
This is Ezekiel chapter 38, starting at verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog,
right.
the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal,
right.
and prophesy against him.
And prophesy against them, carry on.
And say, Thus saith Yahweh,
right.
Behold, I am against thee, O Gog.
Right, so this is the Most High movie. Bring out your phone and then we go and read Jeremiah 15 and 9. This is the Most High movies, man. Whatever's happening right now, all right, on the political scene, or what you see as far as Putin or Russia and Ukraine, is a prophecy that is being manifested. Something that was written thousands and thousands of years ago that is being manifested now. So us now, when we see the sign, we know this is time for us to prepare, and we know that there's a destruction that's coming ahead. I was talking to one brother, and he was telling me, America is going to have to retaliate. And I asked him, do you want to go to work in peace? He said, yes. I said, do you want your children to go to school, in peace and come back home? He said, yes. I said, well, you're going to have to pray that America don't make that foolish mistake, okay? Or trying to go against the... Because if they do, we're all going to feel it. Okay, that's what Putin say. If anyone tries, okay, to retaliate, I'm gonna make life painful. And this is prophecy. He started the third war, which is the World War III. But like I said, war has different steps. It starts with diplomacy, when it's talk. After that, there will be an action. Then that will activate, okay, embargoes. And after embargo, it's going to be war. So it's going to take 1 year, 6 months. We don't know where we're going right now. But one thing is clear, is that the elect going to now see that as a sign to get themselves ready, man. So like that. To get themselves ready, yes, madam.
Can I ask just one question?
Yes.
I agree with you saying this is all like prophecy, what is happening.
Right.
But you're saying that if we're not careful, it might lead into a third world war.
Yes.
But the Bible doesn't say there's going to be a third world war. So it's not.
We're going to prove it to you.
There is going to be a third.
We're going to prove it to you.
What, the third Armageddon?
We don't think it is proven in the Bible. So we're going to go to Joel.
We're gonna get out.
Go to Joel. Got it? You have it?
Yeah.
Joel 3.
So this is Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 1.
Right.
Behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
right.
I will also gather all nations.
Right. I will gather all. You have to read it slowly. I will gather all nations. Right. Carry on.
And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
And I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And the word Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shaphat, which means the decision of Yahweh, which is the name of the God of Israel, Yahweh, right?
Right.
Carry on.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations
right.
and parted my land.
Right, so basically what is happening right now is a judgment that is activated because of these people brought the children of the Most High into slavery.
Yes, I know.
Okay,
Yes.
so they're going to have to pay for that. That's why it's called Jehovah Shabbat, Yahweh Shabbat, the judgment of Yahweh. So Yahweh had decided to judge the nation who went against his children, and that's where it begins.
But is that going to be like Third World War?
Carry on.
I mean,
Yeah.
conflict, but
I'll give you some context on the word
yes.
All right.
Jehoshaphat. It says symbolic name of a valley near Jerusalem, which is the place of ultimate judgment.
Right.
Maybe the deep raven separates Jerusalem from the Mount Olives, through which the Kidron flowed. So it's going to be the ultimate judgment, which is also known as the third world in
Right.
the Book of Revelation.
Right, go on that. Go to Revelation 11, okay? And let's start at 14, Revelation 11.
But sister, the Bible speaks about World War I, World War II,
Yes.
and World War III.
Yes.
We're going to show that.
No, we're going to show that.
We're
Go
gonna
to
show that.
Revelation 14. Yeah?
hold on,
Revelation
start
14.
from above. Oh, folks, what you just read, Joel.
Joel 3.
I'm going to read. That's my bus.
All right.
So,
Right, so let's go on that. Just she's going to wanted to prove to her, but we can read it actually. Go to Revelation 14. 11, it's like an 11 and start at 14. Oh, read it out loud.
And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life.
11, verse 1, 14.
The second woe is past.
Right, the second war, and we all know that the second war is war. It's the Second World War. Okay? So the war means destruction, the ultimate destruction, the destruction that the whole world feels. That's what it is. Okay, carry on. And if you want to know about the First and the Second World War, you have to read Revelation 9. Go.
And behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And the third war cometh quickly. And that's what's happening right now. Obviously, it's not going to be war. The third world war can't happen now. Why? Because these are rumors of war. Because like the ship hasn't been implemented yet. But we're in it right now. Like I say, the Jews, the JAB was the foundation for the ship. The chip. The chip is when they'll tell you, okay, that you need that to function. And I believe that what's happening right now, okay, will create, okay, a financial hardship worldwide that would now introduce the chip. You never know. All right, let's get back to what you were reading in the beginning. So, okay, so the lady wanted to inquire, but like you say, it's not for everyone, man. So we don't even understand why, because the pastors are not teaching them the third world war. Okay? The pastors are not teaching the third world war, man. They don't get into Christianity is dead, man. But they don't teach. They don't teach those things. All right. So what are we reading for?
Ezekiel 38.
Right.
It's Ezekiel 38, starting at verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Gog,
Son of man, set thy face against Gog,
the land of Magog,
the land of Magog, man. Okay, the today Russian, but that part of the word, that's where the Russians are right now. Okay, carry on.
the chief prince of Meshesh
Right,
and Tubal.
the chief priest of Meshesh and Tubal. That's what the brother broke down. Okay, carry on.
Right, over there, Turkey,
Right.
Georgia, and those territories in southern
That's
Europe,
right.
southern and eastern Europe.
That's right.
And prophesy against him,
Yes.
and say, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog,
Right.
the chief prince of Meshesh and Tubal,
Right.
and I will turn you back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Right, so the Most High now, he put the spirit on Putin to start because prophecy has to be manifested, man. They're going to be waiting for you, niggas and Edomites and other heathens who think that this word will be going on forever. No, we on schedule, man. We on schedule, man. We know what's going on and we know what the Most High is doing. Okay, carry on, my brother. Malak.
And I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen,
Right.
all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, Even a great company of bucklers.
Also of armor, and even a great company of what?
Even a great company with bucklers and
Right,
shields.
and that shows the might, the army might of the Russian. Because remember, Putin worked 22 years for that day. He worked 22 years for that day. So he's ready, okay? Because the Most High got that spirit on him so that the prophecy can be accomplished. Okay, now before you read Jeremiah 59, please read Habakkuk, the book of Habakkuk. Read Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, right, and the 2nd verse. They will understand how serious is prophecy. Yes.
And the Lord answered me
Right.
and said, write the vision
Right.
and make it plain upon tables,
Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, yeah?
that he may run that readeth it.
And he the what?
That he may run that he readeth
Right,
it.
he may run that readeth it, mean he may understand it, he may act upon it, he may be enlightened, he may be motivated to do the work. You know, talking about because all the people that do the work today are the hopeful elect. No one is doing the work. Carry on.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
For the vision is yet for an appointment.
For the
appointed
vision
time.
is yet for an appointed time, man. So just because it didn't happen all those years, it don't mean that people are so used to conflict. They're seeing the Iraq war. You know, today we don't talk about it. They're seeing the Syrian war. Today we're not talking about it. They're seeing American going and killing, destroying the Libyan, killing, Gaddafi and destroying Egypt. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, it's just like another one, it's another conflict. No! You have to be able to measure that time. Okay? And let me read something quickly before we carry on, because unfortunately, such time, the prophecy, the Bible comes, so let me read 2nd Ezra 9, okay, and 1. 2nd Ezra, see, that's what I'm saying. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1 say, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit like the word which he made, man. All right, so we measuring the time now, okay, and we see that the one of the last. I wouldn't say one of the last prophecy. The last prophecy has been activated. Now, the manifestation might take 1-2 years, but we are. We almost out, brothers and sisters. I have good news for you. We are almost out, man, because these are signs. Okay, even the Pentagons and all of those guys, those bodies, they never seen it coming. They never knew, or they never believed that Putin will have the guts to do what he's doing today. So it means that the prophecies are being activated. And that let us know that we have to get ready too, because we know that it's not going to be easy. Go quickly to Acts 14 and 22 of Acts, yes, 14 and 22. Acts 14 to 22. Let me see.
Where?
Yeah, read that out loud.
Confirming the souls of the disciples,
Right.
and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
And exhorting them. So the Most High Spirit is exhorting us to continue in the faith and to be strong and to carry on, though people don't believe what they're hearing and they're taking us for jokes or waste men. We have to carry on and preaching that vibration and bringing that energy and that frequency forth. Okay, carry on.
And that we must, through much tribulation,
And we must, through much tribulation, okay, because pain is coming. Pain is coming in England. The COVID-19 was just, a prelude to that. Was just a warning that the Most High was sending to his children okay, in all over the globe to get ready to what's coming, because the pain will increase. Carry on.
And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of God.
Okay, so the kingdom of Yahweh, the Malakwaf, okay, shall Yahweh is next. Okay, so I'm saying this, my brothers and sisters. The last prophecy is already in motion. Isn't that beautiful? That is Yapa. That is beautiful, man. That is supposed to give you motivation on a daily basis. It's supposed to increase your faith on another level, because the Most High showing himself to be true. Okay? Robert, you got what you got?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 20, starting at verse 7.
Bring that out.
And when the 1,000 years are expired,
Okay?
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right.
And Satan, in this verse, is talking about the Edomites.
That's right.
And shall go out to deceive the nations,
Right.
which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Okay.
Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle.
All right. To gather them together. So, who are those? Read that little pie again before the Magog. Read that little pie again.
And shall go out to deceive the nations.
Right.
Which
So
are,
who are those who go out to deceive the nation? Yes, it's Esau, but who are they? The elites, man. Because you gotta understand, the elite are the one on the top. They're the one that put him to do this one, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They're the one that push him, say it's time now to activate. Because see, spirit come and speak to those elite about what's going to happen. The elite knows exactly the agenda for 2022 coming from Yahweh, man. They receive demons. They speak to demons. They speak to demons. And the demon told them, 2022, this is where we're going. So put it there, just get up and do it. Those are spirit behind him, man. Okay? Carry on, Malak.
and also as well, there was this former high-level witch called John Todd. He used to live during the 1970s, and he himself said he was a part of the families, a part of the 13 families, and he said himself that it was either the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. When they're sitting at the table, they have the devil. They have a seat for the devil, so it will basically control them, and they have a seat. So they have a 13th chair for the devil.
That's right.
So what the brother said is true.
That's
and
right.
So it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle.
To gather them so this is spiritual, this is prophetic, alright? This is real, man. This is real. Okay? So putting is activating through the spirit, the left-hand side energy, frequency is activating the last prophecy. So if people think they have much time to get it act right, or people think they can see, we shouldn't even talk about dreams. How dreams is to get ready to get into the kingdom, man. That's it. No more, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yes, you have to survive, but you have to be a man of the Lord 100%. This is your priority, man. You want to have the mercy. You want to have the mercy, because very soon it's going to go, because the British went to Estonia and to another country, all right? Yes, they are there, man, the borders. So we don't know what's going to happen. If you saw the scene, okay, of the Ukrainian fleeing, okay, certain part of Ukraine, you will understand that it's coming. It's coming to this land, man. You're gonna wake up one day and it's over, man. You're gonna wake up and it's chaos. This is the time that we're in, man. This is no joke. This is serious business and serious time, man. So and this thing has called this for amendment, meaning they allow you now to look at your life, to examine your life, and decide if you're really about the truth or if you're not. Because it's coming. Carry on, my brother. You have something to say, or you want to read it?
Yo, just finish.
Come on.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
Right. So who is the number? Who is that?
The nations.
Come on.
And
Israel as well. Because Hosea 1 and 10 tells you that we are as the seed of the for the nation as well. They're all gonna feel the wrath. Okay, but the elect, the hopeful elect, will be saved out of it. So that Jacob trouble is coming, man. See, the prophecy is gonna be intertwined. They're gonna be like the domino effect, like that. One comes after another one, and then another one. It's gonna speed it up. There won't be no rest. Okay, so we have to now prepare ourselves spiritually to withstand those winds. The storm that happened last Friday, the last weekend, was a sign of things to come. It's not gonna be a pleasant life anymore very soon. Okay, even though politicians are not sleeping, politicians ain't sleeping. They're not sleeping because they know anything can happen. All right, carry on now.
And they went up on the breadth of the earth,
right,
and compassed the camp of the saints,
right,
about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them.
That's right. All right. So the Most High started up, man. The Most High is about to really, Yahweh shines at the door, man. Yahweh shines at the door. So which one, where you want to be? You want to be a loser? You want to be a winner, man? The winner is never going to be those who are making money to God right now. Okay? The loser ain't going to be those who are trying to make money to God right now. The winners like that ain't going to be those who try to make money to God. The winner will be those who try to make Yahweh the priority. These troops the priority, man. All right? So let's go now to 2nd Ezra 15. Let's see what he says, man. Got it. Yeah, start at 1, 2, jump to 4, then 5 and 6.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 1.
That's right.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words
Right.
of this prophecy,
Right.
which I will put in thy mouth,
Right.
saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper.
Right. Cause them to be written in paper because today we have it, right? It's written in paper because it's like when you have an agenda, you read it on paper, you can always come back and read it again. Like a reminder, because you tend to forget things, innit?
Right.
Okay? And also, it serves as a testimony against those who won't, those who won't, believe in the Most High. Hold on a second. You don't have it. I need to buy it. Yeah? They're Apocrypha, you need to get it. Yeah, you can download it. You can download it. If you go to you can do that after, don't worry. Yeah? Carry on, my lad.
And cause them to be written on paper.
Right.
For they are faithful and true.
Right, they are faithful and true. Indeed, they are faithful and true because I'm witnessing. I came in the truth in 2019. Okay, February 2019. Came in the truth, and already I'm seeing the last prophecy, being manifested, man. Being acted. It's a blessing, Malak. It's a blessing. Okay, so Yahweh is not a liar. Yahweh is true. The Bible says Yahweh is not a man, so he should lie. No, carry on, Malak.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Right.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Oh, so if they don't want to believe, that's their business. Listen, it's like to the point where sometimes, when you got something of value, yeah? Of valor, of value, something of value, yes. You want to keep it for yourself. You don't want to share it like that. You know that?
Yeah.
So we are at this point where if people don't want to, if you can't want to argue with a Negro about the truth, I can't do that anymore. I cannot argue with a Negro about the truth. If he doesn't want to believe it, maybe because the Most High has closed his ears, he has blinded him. Yeah. I have now to make sure that I secure my spot. That's the mentality right now. Brothers in the truth gonna have to make sure they secure their spot because Mosai Yahweh Bashim Yahushai just made a statement of truth. This is someone that we can trust. Because everything that he's saying, the prophesy written, prophet is being manifested. You're not gonna trust someone like that. I'd rather trust him than trust a politician who says something today and tomorrow they change it. Okay? So we believe in Yahweh. Carry on. If you don't believe it, that's nothing, man. That's just part of the game.
Right. What you said about the politician, that's 100% true.
Right.
Joe Biden, when the potion came out,
Right.
he said, "Oh yeah, the potion is going to be very effective, so on and so forth. Those who take the potion are going to be less susceptible to get the virus, so on and so forth." But come to find out that the data shows those who've taken a potion are more susceptible to the
Right.
virus. So you can't trust people like that.
Right.
They're double-minded and they have a double tongue.
That's right.
And that's Yahweh Shem Yahshua he doesn't have a double tongue. And
Never.
It shows it. So
Yeah, carry on. Second Ezra 1, I believe. Reading 3 now, 4. Carry on.
for all the unfaithful shall die in their
For all the
unfaithfulness.
unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So it's already written. So if people don't want to hear the truth, they don't want to hearken to the voice of the Most High, that's because they're meant to die in their unfaithfulness. So a man that comes in the truth is supposed to be happy that they're in the truth. It's a blessing to be in the truth.
This is just thinking that.
Yes. It's a blessing to be in the very soon. The brother, even there's a guy called Campbell, Hassan Campbell.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, Hassan Campbell is like talking about it. He said, well, people don't believe in the Israelite, but they're telling the truth.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So how can you not believe?
Well, that's because now it's fashion. You don't know, maybe because we are, look, an American, a Russian-born American lady, okay, which is like intelligent, basically they gather intelligence regarding, Putin and his,
Russian-born
Russian-born American lady. This was born in Russia. Russia came to America, and now she worked with the CIA or whatever.
Yeah.
She gathers intelligence as far as what's going on in around Putin and that. And she was asked a question, which I don't remember that question, but I remember an answer say, unfortunately, we are in the 11th hour. That's what she said. And the Bible speaks about the 11th hour, okay, elect laborer. So it might be that us and a lot of brothers that we see that, maybe activists or may know a certain, have a certain energy, last minute we come in the truth. Because they will have no choice but to come in, or maybe they will ordain, the Most High ordain everything. But she said it's the last 11th hour. So people in that realm, they know what time it is, man. They know what time it is. Okay? Carry on.
Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Right, I'll bring, and it's time to bring the plagues. The pandemic, all of those things, what you think this is? That's a plague, man. Okay? Carry on.
The sword,
which is the judgment, and that's what's happening. So the Ukrainian people are going through the judgment, but that shit that it will now, expand into different places, different realms. It's not gonna stay only in Ukraine. Carry on.
famine, death.
Famine, because if something happened today, okay, and they hit a certain place, people, if a country, if there's no movement in the country, I'll give you an example. Tesco, okay, the good comes every 3 days with a big trucks. Let's say something happens somewhere and they can't make a movement from where they are into the cities, there's no food. This food will be devoured within 1 hour. They will come and buy everything, and there will be no food and no supply. So we are in a very dangerous time, man. Because when the war creates instability, okay, carry on.
Death and destruction.
Right, death. We've seen already in Ukraine. Like they say in West Africa, when you see something happen to your neighbor, don't laugh at him, because that very thing can happen to you. Come on, man, you're close to your neighbor. If a thief came, if the neighbor come and knock on the door in the morning and say, they stole everything in my house, would you laugh at him? You'll be concerned. Why? And also, what else? Exactly. Come on, if a thief was able to come in your neighbor's yard, don't you think he could come in the yard as well? That's what's going on right now. What? Hey, listen. Right now, boy, it's in Ukraine, and it's gonna come some way, somehow. some way, somehow. They're talking about already embargoes and what's the term, the other term? Embargo for the, another term. When they're freezing, people freezing, putting assets, wherever, they'll be making it hard for Russia and everything. All right, but do you know what if Putin get pissed off and decided to throw some missile in one of the, in London, for example? What you mean he can't do that? That's the whole problem, the whole thing. See, he himself, well, okay, explain to us why he can't do that.
Britain's too.
What? You know Russia has the most missiles, right?
More than America. Obviously, Russia's powerful, but Peter wouldn't do that stuff. If he does, World War III is popping up.
Of course, that's where we're going. What do you think this is? People talk about 10 years. 10 years? I don't think so. Look, okay, so the last prophecy has already been activated, right? What else do you have? What other prophecy do we have? The three major prophecies right now that are playing out. Which one are they? What is the first one? No, prophecy. Okay, you go. Jacob trouble, which is how we're gonna go through pain. We're gonna go through pain. And they say it's in 14, Act 14:22. And then after that, you go to cheap, implementation of the cheap, which are already started with the Jews. And that's the Jews is just an introduction to that. The system of that, the brainwash, the mentality of you need this to do that, you need this to do that. That's just Brian said. That's the thing. Now the last one is what we talking about right now, the third world war, right? So we already in the midst of that. So you think 10 years to me is too, I don't want to be in this kingdom 10 years, man.
I didn't say 10 years.
No, I'm just saying, like, because you say if they attack the UK, that's the third world war. But Putin, the point is Putin can do that, He has, they cannot toe to toe against Putin, they lose it. Remember, Putin got Iran. And you go who? China. They're going to gather together against the beast, man. The beast is due to be destroyed, man. Babylon the Great will be no more very soon, man. You understand what I'm saying? So we need the mercy, because if a missile comes, if a missile is dropped in these countries, we will need the protection of the Most High to survive, man. We need the mercy, man. So we have to please Him. Yeah, but through our deeds as well. Okay?
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Wickedness, so what you see is the wickedness have exceeded and polluted the earth, man. Alright? People legalize some Sodom and Gomorrah, activity, they legalize it, and they think that they feel that it was never going to be a repercussion or consequence. No! Okay? There are consequences to every action, man. That's where we're going now. We got now the robot that want to be like us. They want the robot to take us over. A world in chaos, man. A world where the good now is promoted as evil, and evil is promoted as good. Where do you go with that? So at some point, let me show you something. It's a rap thing. Yeah. This is what's happening, man. When you think that you can do whatever you want, and you think that you're God. These Edomites, therefore they were God, Therefore they were God, they can say anything and do anything. They will tell all your child should wear, skirts. He can wear skirts. Your child can wear skirts. Okay, because Sirach 10 and 8, and you read, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. And you know that Esau got his riches by deceit, right? Okay, what? Give me one of the ways, he got riches by deceit. What did he do by that? Yeah, but what did he do? He stole slave. So when you see Golden Sack, that big, empire, financial empire, they got the money from what? Barclays, the Barclays Bank, everything was based on what the money they made from slavery. All right. So he says here, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. We are the original, okay, rulers of this earth. We know this earth, so we need to get back into it. So even them will be happy. There will be, even the trees will be happy when we rule. All right? Tyler, you were reading something, my life.
That was pretty much it.
Come on. Now let's go to 2 Ezra 16, 1 and 4. Let's read 2 Ezra 16, 1 and 4, man. You know?
2 Ezra chapter 16, 2 Ezra chapter 16, starting at verse 1.
Bring that out.
Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
Oh man.
Woe be unto thee.
Woe be unto thee, Babylon and what?
And Asia.
And Asia, you know. Okay? Asia, we know that it's Moab. Okay? Okay? Because they're going to have to move on Taiwan as well if they follow the chess move. Okay? Babylon, we know who Babylon. So the Most High is coming for all of them. You have to remember, through that, they're going to be destroyed. All of them will be destroyed. So the Most High is using them as pawns, man. Carry on. Using Putin, all of those guys as pawns. They'll all be destroyed for our sake. That's what the brother was reading to the lady. Joel Free was showing them that everything that's going on right now is because they did wrong to our people, to the people of the Most High. So they're going to have to pay for that. So everything that you see now will lead to the Third World War, which is the judgment of Yahweh against the other nation for what they did to his children. Do you understand that? Yeah. Carry on.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths and sack and hair.
Gird up yourself with what? With cloth and sack. That's mourning. That's destruction. That's pain. That's war. That's the sword. That's what's coming to this earth, man. Nothing good. It's coming. People think, oh, because I think isn't it funny that, funny how the government of this country, they're kind of like when they made a complete U-turn, where every restriction is off as far as the COVID-19, and then just as that one is off now, what's coming? Another sorrow. But that's another sorrow because people don't know what's going to happen tomorrow to them. Do we know what? If you read the facial expression of the Prime Minister, you will see that he's not confident these days. If you read the facial expression of the Pentagon head, okay, the American Army head, you will know that they're not confident, but they know what's going on in the spiritual realm, man. They know. What can they do? What can they do? Okay, carry on now.
Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Your destruction is at hand, man. So this kingdom as you know it will be no more very, very soon, man. All right, and we're very happy that, these things, the Most High was able to show us, that his faithfulness, man. So we're about to be rulers, but now we're going to have to please Yahweh so he can cover us through that destruction, okay? And then, destroy the whoever you need to destroy, and then next thing you know, the kingdom is coming, okay? You know me that.
So a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Oh, a sword is turned upon what?
Upon you.
Upon you, man. Hey, there's no going back. There is no going back. Even if there's peace. You see, right now, whenever it's quiet, and I was talking about the calm before the storm. I was just saying that the title of our last lesson was the calm before the storm. Something like that, and then boom. So every time they scream peace, peace, boom, sudden destruction. And that's how it's going to be.
One after the other.
Yes, one after the other.
Every day they show bad news.
Yes. Now people can say, oh, it's always been like that. Oh, okay, you don't see. And the marker to know that we are the end is what? The JAB. Why? Because of the nature of it. The nature of the JAB is the same one as the chip. That lets you know that they prepared that one to bring forth the next one. And what's going to happen now is going to create financial hardship. What's happening now is going to create financial hardship because where would the Ukrainian go? Why are they going after that? There'll be a lot of refugees. Why are they going? Which are the you got Belgium that take a lot of refugees. You got France that take a lot of refugees. You got what? England. Okay, don't worry about that. Man said she's moving nuts. You're gonna have to leave. Listen, this is what you're gonna have to work on.
I want green that I'm so.
No, I'm just saying, like, it shook you to the core. That's why you say that.
No, it didn't shook me. I thought, no, she's even crazy.
I don't know. She just walked past.
So just walk past, man.
No, the way she's walking and looking.
Like, that's nothing. That one will get you the miss. These are the good. Let's set the goons of on it. You sex this girl, the goon gonna come after you. And also, let me give you a secret. You know what? After you come, when you release, normally a woman, when you see it like that, you feel a disdain to you feel it. It's just 5 minutes. The most 45 minutes. Whatever. It's not forever. You're gonna have plenty of time in the kingdom, man. Don't you know that this is nothing? Come on, man. This is nothing. Just prepare yourself for the kingdom. You're a king. Every woman that you want to have. Okay, these ones, they're full of disease. They will burn you, man.
Yeah, let me go back, man.
Let's carry on what we're reading.
Sorry to go on top of it.
It's okay. It's all good. We're human beings. We're men out here. Okay, carry on.
This is verse 4. A fire is sent among you.
Right, a fire is sent among you, man. Carry on.
And who may quench it?
And who may quench it? So it's on and popping, man. Brothers and sisters, we are at the end, man. You can see that clearly. All right. So now, go to I believe Romans 13. Double check. You know, this is what we need to do right now.
Straight at me, bro.
Yeah? That man love his woman, man. Hey, that's Jake. Jake love his woman, man.
You don't want to, if I'm doing this, I'm going to attack.
Yeah? I like your confidence. You gotta be confident.
You've got to have confidence. Women can tell when they lack confidence, guys.
Yes. You don't have to be crazy. If you can make him laugh and you're confident.
Yeah, call that body, isn't it? Tick of the boxes to get me. May not be tall, but...
Yeah, let me read that one. Let me see. It's funny. That's good. Yeah, you gotta have confidence. But we have confidence for this truth. That's the main thing. For these women, you don't give them the energy for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I don't care about no woman.
I'm sure the most time will bring a bright woman.
Yes, it will.
As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm staying to God myself.
Romans 13 and 11. They come, they don't come, you don't care. We don't, like when people go to war, you think they have time for sex. They don't have time for sex. The Ukrainians that are fighting against the Putin army and the Putin army, they're not having sex right now. They're thinking about how not to get killed, how to conquer the enemy, how to fight back from wherever camp you're from.
Strategic stuff. Strategic.
Huh?
Strategic.
Yes.
And this is another reason why Babylon's going to get destroyed, because Babylon, modern day Babylon, America, they have women in the army.
Right.
And
they have
women in the army, and they have transformers in the army too. And
Transgender.
They have transformers in the army too, and they're going to get destroyed because
Transformers.
because what's going to happen?
Yeah, Transformers. Say Transformers, but like don't say the word, because you two, they're honest, man. Yeah, carry on, man.
And what's going to happen on their way to the war, what do you think is going to happen? The females in the army are going to have sex with the men.
Of course.
And the men are going to get weak by copulating their seed.
Yes, exactly.
And what do you think is going to happen?
Exactly.
Not to mention the fact that we all know that woman's not supposed to go out to war. We all know that.
Exactly.
So they're gonna
That's a very good point. That's a beautiful point.
Yeah.
Even when you're about to go to war, sometimes when you go through serious things, yes, don't have sex because you're impure. You're impure. And they say in West Africa, if you have sex with a woman that's on the period, and you have a car accident, you won't survive. You know why? You're unclean. You give yourself to judgment. You know what I'm saying? When the Messiah is looking with anger, looking, who need to perish like an accident? Let's see you because you went against the Messiah law. Having sex with a woman in a period, man. A lot of Jake do that in these countries. They don't care.
That's wrong still.
They don't care. They do it. You tell the woman, go and have shower with hot water and let's do it, man. Just stop the flow. They won't do it.
You got the luxury if that happens, you don't think now.
But they're nasty, man. That's what I'm saying. This place don't have to. This is the reason why the Messiah is bringing. What were you reading? Before you even read that, man, like read Ezekiel 21, 10 and 11. Hold on. Read Ezekiel 21, 10. This is the reason why the Messiah is going to have to destroy this place. Because it's already started. Once the Messiah starts, he cannot go back. You know? When the fire is unleashed, then you can't stop the fire. It's gonna burn everything down. Yeah, bring it out.
Ezekiel chapter 21, starting at verse 10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
It's sharpened to make a sword slaughter. So when you sharpen your sword, you sharpen it just to sharpen it. You sharpen it when you're about to do something. When you're about to go to hunt. You sharpen your sword. From West Africa, when I used to go back in the countryside where my mom was born on holiday. We used to do that. We would sharpen the machete and we would go to the field to cut things, to do things, wherever you find it, whatever. The bushes and that. Yeah, you gotta be, So if it's fabulous, carry on read that again.
It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
Right, it was sharpened to make a sore slaughter, man. The most ain't, activating, the war, between Russia and Ukraine so that things can stay like that and I say we can live again. People want to live in sin forever. I'm sorry, it's not happening like that, man. Okay, carry on.
It is furbished that it may glitter.
It was furbished that it may glitter, carry on.
Should we then make mirth?
Should we then make mirth?
It contemneth the rod of my son.
Right.
As every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled.
Right.
This sword is sharpened and it is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer.
Right. To give it into the hand of the slayer, man. So do you think they created all those arms, those weaponry, okay, those nuclear, those missiles, all of those things, just to stay like that for decoration? No. They were gonna use it at some point. That's where we are right now. Now read yours. Yes.
And that, knowing the time that now is high time to awake.
It is high time to awake, man. Wake up out of sleep. Wake out of your sleep, Israel, because the time is now. Okay? The time is now, man. You gotta wake up out of your sleep before it's too late, man. If you in this truth, you gotta be serious, man. Okay? If you're masturbating, stop the masturbation. If you're watching porn, stop the watching porn. If you're having sex with someone else's wife, stop having sex with someone else's wife. If you smoke weed on the low, stop smoking weed. If you're doing fraud, stop doing the fraud. Meaning like, obviously you have to use the system. But I'm talking about serious fraud where you take people, elderly people money. You know, certain things that you do what you're not supposed to do, where you're really, really a criminal. Stop doing that. If you're into manipulation, stop being a manipulator. Okay? If you're hating, jealousy, and all of those things, stop it. Alright? If you're into witchcraft, stop the witchcraft. Okay, if you do this truth because of if you're into because of money, stop it. Wake up If you're a woman trying to be a devil, jumping from rod to rod in his congregation, in camps, stop it. Okay, if you're a woman, you're cheating on your man while you truth, stop it. Okay, all of those things, man. This is the time for us to grow in and be ready for the battle, because it's coming. The Most High ain't playing no more, man. Playtime is over. Okay, it's over, man. Bring that out. Yeah, finish it, Malak.
But now is our salvation
Right.
nearer than when we believe.
Our salvation is nearer than we believe, man. Because in this truth, sometimes you lack faith because we go through so many things and it's hard for you to understand. Because the Most High is purifying you. So while he's purifying you, it's hard for you to understand why you're going through what you're going through. But he's turning you into gold. This is the time now, man. Salvation is there, man. Yahweh is about Hashem Yahushai. Yahushai is about to come. He's about the business about to come and put these other nations, these heathen into subjection and destroy his own, the two-thirds who don't want to listen to him, man. Because he's the judge. Okay? You got to preach them, man.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 7, starting verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name.
If my people, which are called by my name, and that's one reason again, or that's one proof that we have to know the name of the Most High. Because I was talking to one brother. Okay, that's IUIC telling me about, no, the name is not important.
The name is important.
The name is important. Who are you going to call upon when Putin start throwing the missile in London, man? This is real. Yeah, what's up to say, man?
Yeah. And even when you do research on the Native Americans, they'll call him upon the name of the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Right. So if this is time for us to be humble now. Okay, there's supposed to be a national day of fasting for the Hebrew Israelite, because this time is serious, man. It's time to wear the sackcloth. Okay? It's time to wear the sackcloth, man. Because we need the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. No time to be into pettiness about, this camp. Listen, at the end of the day, even in the time of Acts, you had the Jews, okay, who knew that they were Jews, and you had the Jews who were Greeks in their mentality, and they weren't seen eye to eye. It's always been the case. In ancient time, you had the house of David against the house of Saul. So today it's going to be the same thing. You're not going to be flowing with every brother. That's just how it is. So just because the brother don't flow with you doesn't mean leave it. Listen, we are a spoiled and raw people. Jake does not know how to love, man, because he doesn't have love. How many people grew up with a father in this jungle? We don't know the love. So we came in this troop. Let's focus on trying to get better and things like that, and not what we need to develop thick skin. Okay? If brother don't like you or doesn't want to be with you, so be it. We will love each other in the kingdom. Work to the best of it. Work your own salvation, man. Don't worry about how brother treats you or how they feel and what they do. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, we are getting ready for the battle. And that battle is a spiritual one. And not a carnal one. Alright? So yeah, that was it. If you have something to say, man,
let's get on this last pre-show.
Bring that out.
Genesis chapter 49, starting at verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
Nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
Nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
Until Shiloh comes.
Until Shiloh comes, man.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
And unto him shall the gathering of his people be.
Yeah, so Shiloh, that's in reference to Yahushai.
That's right.
When Yahushai comes, that's when the elect are going to be gathered together.
That's True.
But without Yahushua, without the King of Kings, the priest, the ultimate priest, there's just not going to be that gathering. There's always going to be that division.
That's right.
And
Hey, that's real. That's real. That's real.
you know, and it's been like that since the split. Since the time of Solomon.
That's
it's been
real.
like
That's
that.
real. That's real. That's real. So, brothers, do not expect the love thing. Don't expect much, man. Do what you can. Love. Me, I'd rather be a giver. You know, rather be a giver because sometimes when you give, you don't receive. But it is what it is. It's the hey, listen. At the end of the day, hey, if I give you something, let me show you something. Since you're talking about that, let's go a bit. That was the last one there. Malak, go to Sirach 20 and 29. Let's see what he's saying. 20 and 29 or 20. Let me see. Because people say, because sometimes the truth, let's not love like the Christian love. That's a fake love, man. That's an hypocrite, love, man. The love when you see your brother, into sin and you don't want to talk to him. Don't worry, my brother, I love you. But you don't tell him he's sin. What kind of love is that? What does it say, Malak?
It says Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise.
That's right. Presents and gift blind the eyes of the wise. Carry on.
Stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove.
Stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. Sometimes, brothers, in this truth, some people will give you things. I'm just saying in general. They'll give you things and that, but it's to manipulate you so that when they do something, just like, oh, I can't speak to the brother. No. Just because he gave me a gift and if you're wicked, I'm gonna have to tell you that, man. Hey, we trying to have the nature of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So if you're giving a gift to a brother, don't think that you're giving it to blindly because it's not gonna work. So what kind of love are you talking about? Jake ain't got love. They ain't got no kind of love. We destroyed, man. And the brother explained beautifully. We gonna love each other in the kingdom. There'll always be division, man.
Try and love each other now, though, man.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying. We have to love each other now, but some brothers are disturbed by the fact that there's no unity. And I'm saying because that will always be until, like you say, only the Shiloh will be able to gather us back, put us as one again. Only Shiloh will be able to do it, man. We won't be able to be, 100 with one another. It's not gonna work. Sometimes, even in the family, you got brothers. You got 6 brothers. You got 2 that are tied. You love your brother, but you may not be tied with the other one, but you love him though. And you're tied with the other one. That's just how it is sometimes. As he now make it like, oh, this guy doesn't like me because he doesn't call me every day. No. Some brothers are tied. Some brothers flow better together. It is what it is. Hence the camp. Some people rather be with certain brothers than me. Man, that's how it is, man. Alright? So with that, we hope you were edified. We will close out, in the hope to see you, next Shabbat of Yaharatizah. Alright, we'll turn to the east and give all praises. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wahab, Shalom. Alright. Death to Babylon. Alright?